Why do I start with stay there? When we're herding with our dogs, everything we do is off leash and we don't have physical contact with our dogs. And if you talk to people that have been working with stock dogs for a long time, they will talk about getting into a dog's head. And once we're into a dog's head, we're kind of attached with an invisible leash. It sounds very airy fairy, but it's another one of those things that once you've felt it, you understand it. And one of the ways to get into their head is by using pressure and release. And one of the easiest ways to learn how to use pressure and release with a dog is to teach it to stop moving. The other interesting thing about teaching a dog to stay there is if you can control their feet, you can control their mind. And so we use stay there. I use stay there to teach the dog that I can control its body without touching it. I also use it to teach the dog and myself. I get a feel when I work a dog, and you'll see when we work with these different dogs, some dogs are way more sensitive than others. That tells me a little bit about what they're going to be like when I work them on sheep as well. So it gives me an idea. Oh, this dog I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with. This dog I won't have to be as careful with. And oh, this dog I'm going to have to put a little bit more pressure on. It's not as sensitive. Kind of the difference between like a Labrador and a Border Collie, for example. Labradors typically not as sensitive. So you've got to be a bit bigger when you're working them. Some Border Collies are like Labradors and some Border Collies are very sensitive. And so you can get that feel when you're working on stay there. So stay there controls their feet, which controls their mind. And all of the other exercises that we teach are all based on that original skill. You're already in control. So now you're just teaching them. Well, now I said, you can't move. Now I'm saying you can move towards me, that sort of thing. So anyways, that's why we start with stay there. That's why it's the most important exercise. And that's why if you're having any issues and you're struggling anywhere along the course, you may want to go back and look at the stay there exercise and see if you need to tweak things just a little bit.